Alright, so I just started playing the Formula 2 game in F124. There's things I like about it, there's things I hate about it. Just gonna do a quick video and list those things. I'm gonna be playing and talking just to, best way to give you those examples. It's not the talking and playing, if you haven't tried it, it's not the easiest, so it's not gonna be the best driving, but it'll be good, I hope. And the first thing I noticed that I like, so I'm gonna start with my likes. First thing I noticed right away was give me a second, was the engine sound of the game. I think they sound good. I would even make the argument that they sound better than the Formula 1 game, Formula 1 cars. I like that you can hear the turbo spool and you can hear the turbo flutter. And I'll stop talking for like 10 seconds so you can listen to it as well. Alright, hopefully you're able to hear something. But no, I like it. It sounds pretty good. Like the Formula 1 game, the cars sound different when you play in cockpit mode. And then when you play F1, I don't know, they just don't sound that good. I mean, I get that that's how they sound in real life or whatever, but I mean, it's a game, just change it. Alright, so that's number one like. I like it a lot. Number two like that I noticed was the mirrors on the side. So I play on Xbox, and so I don't have the option to use like a wide monitor or anything. And I always play in cockpit view, so I don't get the chance to use the mirrors in F1. And with F2 being the smaller cars, as you can see, I get to use the mirrors here. The only problem is that I'm not used to using the mirrors. I'm used to using this button, which I hate doing. Like, I hate that button so much, because I like playing like the most realistic way possible. So I hate using that button in F1. But like in F2, I mean, I could just like, it's like a blue car behind me. I don't know what the cars are. I like that I have the option to actually use the mirrors now. And then another thing I like about it was just the smaller cars, right? So the cars are smaller, which gives me the option to use the mirrors, but also the overtaking is just, it's easier, it's funner. You don't have to worry about the huge cars. Like, you can overtake in these small turns during a race. Like, obviously I'm being overtaken this whole race because I'm kind of just focused on talking, but let's see if I can overtake. Whoa! Let's see if I can overtake Bernard right here. Nah, he's too far. But I've done it before. On this right here, you could just dive bomb him, go in there. In Formula 1, I don't know if you can. I'm sure you can do it, but it's not as easy. So just the smaller cars makes it a little funner to drive than Formula 2 makes. Smaller cars in Formula 2 makes it a little funner than Formula 1 is what I'm trying to say. Something else that I like, I know it probably sounds ridiculous, but the cars are slower, so it's just easier to kind of learn the tracks and have fun with the cars, which is pretty, because I don't play a lot of Formula 1, so I think other people might say the opposite, and then just go, maybe they'll play Formula 2 and then go back to Formula 1 right away. But I enjoy the slower cars in Formula 2. And then also with the slower cars, I feel like the tires last longer. Usually I burn up the tires pretty quick in Formula 1. But I need to learn how to tire manage though, right? I need to learn how to take the corners better and this and that. But the tires lasting longer is a lot, it's pretty fun. Because then I get less wheel spin. And I think it's just a good way to, when I buy, eventually I want to have my own race car, right? A real one. It's not going to be a Formula 1 car, right? It's going to be more of a realistic, like Formula V or Miata spec. I mean, hopefully Formula V, hopefully a Formula series. And I think the low power, playing Formula 2 will help me with the realistic driving rather than Formula 1. So that's a, whoa, no! Oh, that's great. Alright, we're just gonna start over. So that was my likes list. My dislike ones. Let's start playing first. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and start it. So I like to do everything realistically. Cockpit view and blah 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 blah. No assist and blah blah blah. And except the center column. I don't play a lot and that thing just is blinding. You can't see anything. So I remove it in the Formula 1 game and I remove it in the F2 as well. But in F2, as you can see, you still get that big piece in the center, which is not a big deal actually. It's not that bothersome. It's only annoying when I'm trying to learn the track. And when I learn the track, I use that the driving line, which you can't really see with that thing in the way. Good thing about it is the same track as the Formula 1 game, so it's not like I'm learning a whole new track. I'm just learning where to brake, where to turn, the apex, so on and so on. It's not a big deal once you're racing. Another dislike, I don't remember, I gotta look at my list really fast. Oh, the ERS. So I know, obviously I've mostly played Formula 1, so I'm used to the ERS, you know, battery storage. And Formula 2, you don't have that, at least I don't think so. And, which is fine, it's great, right? Because once I get my Formula V or Miata spec car, whatever I go with, I'm not gonna have it, so it'd be nice to just get used to not having that. The only thing I hate about it, you pretty much have less tools available to defend. So right now, Crawford would have DRS probably next lap, and I won't really be able to defend much. Where with ERS you can, so I think that's one thing I hate about it. But it's also like people won't be able, I'd be able to overtake easier, right? So it's like I don't know if that counts as a double-sided sword. For defending it sucks, but for attacking it's great, right? Easier overtakes, especially when you have DRS. So it's not a big deal, it's whatever really. The last thing, and probably the thing that bugged me the most, which I read about other people hating it, is the downshifting in the game. At first I thought maybe my wheel was messed up, so I played a few laps in free trial. It wasn't like downshifting, so I went back to Formula 1 and it was working fine, and then I figured, oof, ugly. Figured that's just how the game is, and then I ended up reading that, yeah, the downshifts stink. Which pretty much from what I noticed is you can't downshift when you're too high of an RPM, which once again, that's kind of how it is realistically, right? You're not going to go to 6th gear to 2nd gear in like half a second. You have to like shift at the correct RPM, so otherwise your engine blows up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you right now. Let's see. So in this track, I noticed it a lot from 3rd to 2nd, and then on one turn, 5th to 4th. So right now I don't need to go to 2nd, but I'm gonna go to 2nd. See right there, I hit it for 2nd, but it stayed in 3rd. You pretty much have to need the engine to go at a lower RPM before you go right here. I'm gonna try to go to 4th. That stayed in 5th. Whoop. Now I'm in 4th, so I have to kind of wait. So that's probably the another thing that bugs me. But I mean, I'm kind of just used to it now. Also, again, back to that's how it is in real life, right? You gotta downshift at the right point, which would be just better to get used to driving like that. It's almost like playing Formula 2 is actually better for your realistic driving than playing the Formula 1 game. Because realistically, I won't race in Formula 1, right? I mean, maybe like Lambo V12s, but I don't know how those shift. But regardless, I would want to start with like a Formula V or Miata spec where, see right there, I tried to go to 2nd, but it didn't let me. So that's one thing that does bug me. But I'm pretty much got used to it now. So it's not like a huge deal anymore. Honestly, I think that's about it. That's the list. I don't know how many it was, maybe like three or four things for things that I like and hate about it. I'm gonna finish off this race and then just do an outro. Hopefully I can overtake Fittipaldi. Alright, so let's see what kind of trouble I can get into. This isn't going good. I'm not in the groove right now. Still gonna try to overtake. I can overtake him. He's 6/10 ahead of me. I'll get DRS. He won't.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Fittipaldi, 4/10. Oh, a little wide. Let me know if you think I'm gonna overtake him. Oh, what in the grass? Ah, it's not going good. Ah, he's a second ahead now. Ah, it's pretty much a wrap. Nah, I'm not really in the zone right now with driving, because with the talking and the driving, wasn't really paying attention too much to braking zones and apex. But I mean, that's pretty much it. So far, that's what I like and dislike about the game. But I mean, honestly, I like it a lot. It's fun. Oof. I'm gonna keep playing Formula 2. At least until the Formula 1 season starts. Right now, today is January 16. Formula 1 returns March 16, I believe. Preseason testing, February 22? I can't remember that one. But I think I'm going to stick with Formula 2 for at least maybe a month. See how it goes. And then play Formula 2. Back to Formula 1 once the season starts again. If you play Formula 2 or you've played it, let me know. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Maybe do you agree with my likes and dislikes? Let me know that. I don't watch Formula 2, but I want to watch it this season. I don't even think they raced that many times. I think I mentioned in another video that for me the F2 races are like 2, 3 in the morning. So I'll have to watch the replays afterwards, which is fine, right? I got no problem doing that. But that's about it for now. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.